folks. Welcome to Futbolr Radio. I have a special guest in the building. I want to give a big round of applause and a warm welcome to my man, Mr. Weston Mckennie.
Hello.
Wes, man, so good to see you, man. How you feeling?
Good, chilling.
We're here to celebrate, and we just got the big news that you got offered an extension on your contract. Can we speak a little bit about what just transpired?
Honestly, it's been good. I mean, it's a big deal for me and for the people that have been with me on this journey. Also, offers a lot more security.
Yes.
And that's a big thing in professional sports alone. Couldn't have done it without a lot of people in my corner, my family, my agent, and my team, my coaching staff, everyone. So, yeah.
Can we speak a little bit about the journey? I know there's been talked about before, but a lot of people don't really know, still don't know, your experience with Germany as a kid growing up, moving there with your father. Were you born in Germany?
No.
Okay, but you went there what age?
6 to 9.
6 to 9.
Yeah.
And what I want to know is what was the feeling coming back from Germany socially, dealing with school, dealing with friends?
I mean, it was actually when I came back to Germany, I went into third grade, I think, or fourth grade.
Okay.
I believe it was.
Yeah.
I mean, it was fine. It was practically like I'd never stopped.
Okay.
I went to an American school in Germany.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it was a pretty easy process getting back into it. I didn't lose my English or anything like that.
Yeah. So he wasn't out of the loop on what cartoons and what toys everybody's playing with. Okay. Yeah. So how you had to feel a little bit different coming from a heavy soccer culture. And coming back into the States, I mean, was there any type of adversity in the transition?
No, I mean, actually, whenever I played in Germany, it wasn't so much as I thought it was going to be competitive or anything like that. Yeah. So whenever I came back, it was more for fun.
Yeah. And
I loved playing it. But after a while, around ages 11 and 12, I had to kind of decide whether I was going to do soccer or football. And that's whenever it kind of hit me like, okay, this is what I want to make a career out of. This is what I want to do. I want to play professional. Obviously, at that time, professional soccer wasn't a big thing in America. So, of course, I thought about college first and getting a scholarship and things like that. But after a while and going through national team systems and joining the FC Dallas Academy, things started looking more positive to be able to go back to Europe,
So you had American football dream first?
Yeah.
I mean, you're in Texas, so everybody.
Yeah. It was Virginia first, played flag football there.
Yeah.
Then moved to Germany.
What part of Virginia? I know there's a lot of military bases in Virginia.
Hopewell,
okay. That was in the country.
Yeah. So I played flag football there, then moved to Germany.
How good were you in football?
I was good.
Yeah.
Check out my YouTube video. My highlight tape.
Yeah.
I mean, I moved to Germany and they didn't have football for my age.
Yeah.
So picked up anything that I could, which was soccer. Showed up to my first training in football cleats. Mm-hmm. And khakis and a T-shirt. So definitely didn't know what the dress attire was for it. But and then I moved back to America and picked up football and soccer.
So was dad leaning you to one way or mom leading you to one way or the other between American football and soccer?
Honestly, my parents wanted me to just do what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
They supported me, and if I wanted to play football or soccer, I went to my mom for the decision and was like, Mom, I want to play soccer, but I want to play football. And it was a time that I had to decide whether I wanted to go one series or the other. And she was like, well, it's your decision. Like, I was like, well, I love soccer 99.9%.
Wow.
But I love football 99.8%. She was like, well, I guess you have your decision. And I was like, okay.
What was the American football players that you remember first idolizing or imitating?
American football players?
Yeah.
I was a big Washington Redskins fan at the time.
Wow. Oh, because you Hopewell. Yeah.
Clinton Portis. LaRon Landry.
That's when they were sort of decent that time.
Sean Taylor. Rest in peace.
Definitely.
Santana Moss, Randall L. All of them, man. I guess you say Clinton Portis.
Yeah.
Back then everyone else was like Randy Moss or
Now dealing with this age group, 12, when did you reach FC Dallas Academy, and how did you find out about it? How did they find out about you?
So when I went back to America, I started out playing rec league, Coyotes, and then I went to ASG, and then went to Solar Academy, and then after Solar, I went to FC Dallas.
So at Solar, was it hard to leave to go to FC Dallas? Did you play against FC Dallas? How did that transition?
Honestly, it wasn't hard leaving Solar because I actually got into an argument with the coach.
Yeah.
And
what was that about? I know he regrets it now.
It was because I think in one of the trainings or something, I tried to do some flick, or I tried, and then like I got pissed, or I don't know, and then he came at me with like you think you're a superstar and stuff like that. You think
too good for the team.
Yeah, you're too good for the team. This, that, blah, blah, blah. I was like, that's not at all what I was thinking, but whatever. Like, okay. Yeah. And then that was the time whenever I knew I had to get out.
Was that a big deal amongst your peers when you left?
Yeah, I mean, it was a big deal for me and my parents also. My dad wanted to go tear him a new one. Yeah. Just because, it wasn't true. I never came off as a player. I came off as that type of player when I played.
By this time, FC Dallas Academy was a big deal anyway, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, Solar is a great academy as well, but it was obviously a step up.
Yeah, no, I mean, a lot of people were going to FC Dallas at the time. Yeah. I actually knew Kellen Acosta at ASG, and he left ASG and went and played for FC Dallas around that time also.
So did you think that helped you follow that path because he took it?
Yeah, a little bit, yeah, because I wanted to get word and know, the ins and outs of the program and how it was. And I went there and played a year up, tried out with the year older and And
this is what age group?
97, 96.
Okay.
And yeah, I went there, and the coach, I think till this day, I think Lucci was watching the training. I think my coach, Francisco Molina, at the time,
yes,
they said, "Now I can see that you're not a type of player that shies away from, other people or just older people in general. You go out and you do your thing. You can tell that you're already a type of leader, even though you're younger than all the other guys.
Yeah,
you don't shy away. You're brave into situations that you get into. So, yeah, I mean."
So that's a great point, because do you think that it's important for a kid, especially 14 and under, to play up? That thing that helped you develop?
I think, yeah. I mean, for me, it definitely helped me develop a lot quicker than normal, because you have to learn to play quicker. The reason you have to learn to play quicker is because you're not physically where they are.
Yes.
So you can't, you're not outrunning people. You're not bodying people. You're not jumping higher than people.
So you got to rely on your skills and intelligence.
You got to get your touches down. You got to be mentally quick. You got to get your vision on check. So, and that was one of the things that, I never knew what people talked about or what clubs talked about when I went on trials or stuff back then. They used to be like, you have good vision of the field. And I'm like, I don't know what that means, but hey, I guess. But no, that's definitely one of the things that helped me develop into the player I am today.
Were you always a center midfielder?
Yeah, actually, I was always a center mid, attacking mid until I went to national team one time and they put me as a right back. And as you know, at Schalke this last year, I played
every position. Listen, I've never seen a player play striker, outside mid, attacking mid, defensive mid, the 8, center back, and right back. I know you at least played keeper once in training, right?
Nah, surprisingly, no. But I was the first qualified person if our keeper ever got out as a red card, so definitely never got the chance to.
But you definitely set a tone, right? Because I think one thing special about American players is that they're able to be a little bit more versatile. You know? And what do you think that's due from? Where do you think you get that from, or play the role?
I think, I don't know. I think Americans in general just have the will and the relentlessness of, always giving the best they have.
Yeah.
That's what Americans are known for.
Definitely.
And for me, I'm the most competitive person that I know.
Yeah.
I don't care if someone comes to me and says they're more competitive. I'm going to compete with you, telling you I'm competitive. For me, it's always being the best I can and wherever I am.
And where did that come from? Older siblings.
I guess actually older siblings and neighborhood. You know, back in Virginia, whenever we played flag football, we used to have bus stops that used to play against each other. I mean, my brother and you know, our friends from our neighborhood. It was always, I've been competing since I can remember.
Since you can remember.
Yeah.
Nobody can tell you can't do it.
No.
Yeah.
No. If they tell me they can't do it, it doesn't matter what it is in life. It doesn't have to be with sports. If someone tells me I can't do it, I'm doing everything I can to do it.
Yeah. Let's go back to the first time you got called into the national team. What age group was that, and where was the first camp?
It's actually a funny story. It was U13, U14 age group.
Okay.
In Carson, California, a group of 80.
Yeah, that's
80
a big pool.
kids.
Yeah.
Big pool, yeah. Took four buses to get to the training ground. And the reason I say funny story because, I mean, many, and I'm sure if not everyone knows Christian Pulisic.
Yes.
At that time, he wasn't, you know, the biggest guy. At that time, it was Josh Perez and Luca Del Torre, other players like that. But funny story, if you think the coincidence of four buses being taken to training, and he was actually my first friend.
Wow.
At national team camp because I sat right behind him on the bus. He used to squirt an empty Gatorade bottle of air into his ear. And we had this little thing, a little tradition that, you know, when we got called into camps, obviously he went on every trip. I didn't go on any trips.
Yeah.
So
what was your feeling from that first camp in terms of play-wise? And obviously now you get a chance to see the competition throughout the whole country. How come you felt you didn't get called into any of those trips?
Honestly, I don't know. I was always in camps. I was always there. I was always that kid that was always around, but never just went to trips.
Yeah.
Barely not make the cut
Was it justified, you think? Or you walked away pissed off of saying what the hell?
I definitely walked away pissed off every time.
Yeah.
I mean, I was furious. I used to, because I mean, you got to think it's also a little bit embarrassing.
You're part of the guys, you're part of the group, and you're not going on the trip.
Yeah, you know, whenever you come in the next camp and everybody's talking about what happened on the trip, and you're sitting there like, oh, yeah, cool. I don't know. Or even at the residency, I had a kid, Alejandro Zendejas, that played on my team at FC Dallas, and it was honestly always embarrassing, you know, when they would go on trips and I would have to go home and get home every other 3 weeks because every month was a trip and people ask me, yo, where's Zendejas? He's in France. Oh, where's Zendejas? He's in Spain. And why aren't you there? You know, it was always like, you know, but that was one of the things that always drove me. Yeah. It was always one of the things that made me, you know, not quit. And one of my coaches actually, I would never expect a coach to say he's still a player, but one of my coaches back then in residency, I think it was the third semester, I got cut after that semester, third semester towards the end. You could kind of get the vibe that I was probably going to not make it the next semester. And one of the coaches was like, yeah, Wes, you can just pretend like you're here. I was like, What? Like, okay. I mean, I don't know what that means, but all right. Like, you know, and it hit me. You know, I sat there, I was like, I can't believe he just said that to me, you know? And went back home after that semester and got a call and got cut. And FC Dallas was one of the big teams that helped me reestablish myself, I guess you can say. My confidence, my ability to believe in myself. Yes. You know, and I think that year we actually went and won national championships with the national team coaches watching. And I scored the first goal. So it was a good little payback, I guess you could say.
So what camp where was really established that you were a main starter and you kind of felt comfortable with it? You felt the coaches appreciated you and believed in you?
That was honestly U19's Brad Friedel. Yes. Brad Friedel was the one guy made me captain after we had, I think, the whole U17 cycle, same captain, Eric Cavillo at San Jose Earthquakes. And Brad Friedel, honestly, was that guy that made me feel like I was important to national team. Definitely. You know, we went to Slovakia Cup. I was captain for there. I won MVP of the tournament. And honestly, I was buzzing. I I think for any player, anybody out there, like if you have confidence and you actually believe in what you're capable of doing, it's pretty hard to be, stopped or let people talk down on you.
Yeah, I mean, how important is mental aspect of being a professional athlete, or just in general being a athlete? I mean, you step on the field, you cross that line, you got to believe that you're supposed to be there.
Yeah, I mean, and it's true. I mean, you're playing in front of, it doesn't matter how many people you play in front of, but me, in my case, I step out on the field and I'm playing in front of 60,000 people. And mentally, this past season, you're getting whistled at by your own fans.
Yeah.
You're getting booed by your own fans, and you mentally have to get through it. For me, I think that's one of my biggest strengths is my mentality.
Yeah.
I've always been able to have fun before the game or joke around, but I'm a person when I step on the field, it's business for me.
Let's speak in your transition to Germany. You went to play with the U19s first at Schalke. Going there, was it a lot easier having two other Americans join you, both Nick and Haji?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, Haji was already there, and then Nick came, I think, 6 months after me. And it was...
Did you know both of them prior?
Yeah.
Okay.
I knew both of them prior, and also having Christian 30 minutes down the road, it all helped big time.
Yeah.
Big time. And I think as a person, for me, honestly, I probably could have done it there alone maybe.
Okay.
Because, I'm familiar with the culture already, but as, a normal person going out there, I've never been to Europe or something.
Yeah.
It's definitely always helpful when you have people there. It's the guys, your friends that you're familiar with already. Mm-hmm. It was definitely much easier for me getting there with them.
And you guys are kind of like a boy group, right? The three Americans on Schalke, right?
Yeah.
Playing U19. All three of you guys starting. Well, obviously Nick was hurt for, I think, majority of that run to the finals.
Mm-hmm.
But how did the Germans treat you guys as a group? Was it kind of you guys singled out? And how do they feel about American players?
I think Schalke is one of a good place for an American.
Yeah.
Especially with Jermaine Jones being there before.
Correct.
He kind of set the tone of how American players are, I guess you can say.
But he was German, though.
Yeah, he was German, but they still consider him American. Yeah, they still consider him American.
Did they try to make you the next Jermaine Jones?
No, I get a lot of comparisons to him because if I'm honest, we both kind of positionally, work rate, and the way we go into tackles.
Are you going to grow dreads?
No. Definitely not. Can't pull that off. But no, going there and the first thought, I guess. Honestly, I didn't really get a vibe on how they thought about Americans.
Yeah, okay, so you wasn't singled out.
I wasn't singled out. I was looked at as every other player there. Of course, whenever you go into media or something, it's the Americans or the three amigos.
But the players, every time like a American song came on radio, they didn't say like, "Oh, do you know this person?" Or kind of the pop culture is huge, right?
Yeah.
American pop culture throughout the world, and I know they kind of figured like we all live in the same area, or 50 Cent is your cousin.
The only thing that they found cool is that of course they don't know the lyrics to the songs.
Yeah.
And most of them think like, oh, they're just saying blah 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 blah. So whenever we sing along or something, it's always like, yeah.
What messed me up about Germany is hearing the curse words and the N words on radio when they play hip hop.
Yeah.
I don't remember if it's the curse words they bleep out, but they definitely don't bleep out the N words.
Yeah, they leave everything in if they play it.
Yeah, because they don't know what they just play it as
they play it as it is.
Yeah, definitely, man. So again, we're here to celebrate your contract, but also I wanted people to know the journey and what you had to put into it. U19, you guys went to the finals, correct?
We went to semifinals.
Yeah. Who'd you guys lose to?
Bayern
Munich.
MPK.
I remember that game. That was a hard loss.
Yeah. It definitely was.
But it seemed like the community was very proud of you guys at that time. I know Schalke is a top club, but had they reached that far in the recent years? Was it expected to you guys to go that far?
Honestly, I think 2 years before that, the U19s had won it. That was HQ with Leroy Sané.
So you guys actually disappointed everybody.
Yeah, in a sense. I guess the reason the fans over there, it's weird the way it works.
Yeah.
Over there, if you lose but they see you work, you get applauded.
You get applauded.
If you win and you didn't work, you don't get applauded. It's weird.
Have you ever been cursed out on the street randomly after a loss or something? Like a grandmother came up to you and
Actually, I was injured. We played Dusseldorf, and it was this past season. We lost 4-0. I was watching from the stands, and I go down to my car. It's a little gate. You have to walk down from the stadium out into the public. And I think I was with Haji at the time.
Okay.
Walked to the car, and there's people there, and they were like, "Hey, Weston Mckennie here, play for Schalke 04 and U.S. men's national team, and you're listening to Futbolr Radio."
Futbolr.